Hi, hey YouTube, what's up, man? It's Joe D. How you guys doing, man? It's been a while. I seen what you were doing. I see you. I see what you up to, man. What you doing over there? Yeah, I see what you up to. Been up to no good, man. We're gonna share another beer together, man. And today's beer is Jubel 2010 from Deschutes Brewery. It's an American, classified as an American strong ale. It's a American strong ale is pretty much like a catch-all type of category for all strong beers that are like above 9%, let's say. So it's just kind of like a big category that you can just put all them strong beers into. But it's their beer that they only make. They make it every 10 years so far. They made it in 2000, the year in the year 2000, and now the year 2010. So they call it a once in a decade ale. When you go to their website, they have a pretty good description of the beer. The ABV is 10%. IBUs are 55. Recommended serving temperatures 50 to 55 degrees, and I have this beer pretty close to 50. Okay, it might be in the high 40s, but it's cool to the touch, but not too cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't quite have a proper thermometer or anything like that, but I'm a pretty good judge of that stuff. And the recommended glass is a sifter or goblet, or on Beer Advocate they said you could use a pint glass. I have my regular glass that I've used for many reviews. But what it pretty much is, from reading the description on it, is their standard seasonal Jubel ale, that has like a little extra in it, a little bit more of everything in it, is what it seems like, from reading the description. When you go to Beer Advocate, there's only 14 reviews of this beer, but it does have an A. Now that's a good grade. Problem is not enough reviews, but this is kind of a rare brew, so that's understandable because they only made so much of it, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they just made like one big batch, I think, or something, and then after that, once it's sold, it's sold. So you might not see it again until 2020. It's aged in oak barrels, okay, and it's available in 22-ounce wax dip bottles, and on draft all over the West this February. Okay, so it's available through February, and past that, whenever it runs out, it runs out. So if you really want to try this beer, I would recommend getting out there and trying to get it. One other thing I need to cover: this beer, okay, right here on the label, it says best after 129 2011. Okay, so this beer isn't fully matured. This is a beer that you can. Deschutes recommends buying one, well, buying two, and then tasting one while it's still young and more fresh, and tasting it that way. It's going to be not quite as matured and sweet and all that and unsettled as it would if you let the other bottle sit for a year and then try that one, and then the flavors are more matured and stuff. Okay, I think I can. Did you see that smoke? Sick smoke. Oh, where did that foam come from? Ooh, just the smell that's coming off of there is incredible. Look at that color in that beer. Is that I wish you could. I wish we had smell vision and you could smell that. It made a really nice head. The cap is it looks like underneath there is pretty much your standard Deschutes cap. But I wish you could smell that. I mean, oh my God. Even though, like I say, it's not, you can see the carbonation in there. Let me shut the light here and see if you can get a look at the color in that beer. You can kind of see it down here. You see that? Um, my camera's not quite as clear today, but oh man, the smells. You do smell a little. You do smell the alcohol in the back. Don't get me wrong. But you can smell this really deep fruity color, a deep fruity smell. Mmm. Yeah, smell like a little raisin type of smell. Um, kind of like a deep, rich, a berry type of smell as well. It does smell really good. Mmm. Okay, I can see where this beer, when it sits for a year, is definitely going to be sweeter. It's you can really taste the malt in there in the first part, and then um, yeah, I guess I do smell it. It's kind of like a licorice type of smell to it. And you know what? For 10%, okay, for 10 ABV, this beer really, um, you really can't taste the alcohol that much, okay? Now that's where I like to get your feedback because that might just be me, okay, being used to these big beers now. But really, honestly, I personally cannot. I mean, you can taste it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that pronounced. Like as if, for instance, the Sam Adams Imperial series. When you taste one of their beers, 9%, and then I think they have one that's 9.5% in that four beer series, they just knock you over with that alcohol. The alcohol just hits you. It's like the first thing you get, and it's all you get all the way through your taste. This one here, 10%, and it's not. It's real subtle. It's real subtle, the alcohol. Don't get me wrong. It starts hitting your brain. Okay, this starts. You know what I'm saying? You're like, woohoo! Okay, but you do get that malty sweetness in the front, okay, and then a small little hop in the back. Just the slightest little hop in the back. Mostly that malty sweetness, and then you get a little bit of that licorice type of taste. You get some of that oak barrel taste in there. Just a really, really well balanced beer. Well, not kinda. It is complex, okay, but man, it is just so smooth. And this beer is young. This beer here is young. So, I really recommend you get out there and try it. If you see it, you're able to get your hands on it. Like I say, it's going to be available this month of February, and then past February, it's going to be harder and harder to get, okay? Past February 2010, it's going to be harder and harder to get, okay? Which means the price, if you do find it, might go up and up and up because people are maturing it. Oh, just a really good beer. So get out there, try it. Let me know what you think, okay? Put your comments in there, down there. I really want to know. I respond back to most everybody, okay? So let me know what you think. That your opinion is really important, okay? It helps me know what you think of the beer, and it helps others in deciding whether they want to purchase the beer or not. Okay, the more info, the better. So we'll see you guys. Okay, peace. It's Joe D. Oh, hey, and if you want to get a Joe D Reviews T-shirt, man, make sure to email Brian, sales@testercustoms.com. Okay, peace.